Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to day 11 of our Daily Bread devotional. Our scripture today is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 33. Call upon me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things that you know not. Wow, what a scripture. God is saying here, and I think He's kind of sad in a way. He said, if you'll just call upon me, I will answer you, and I'm going to show you great and mighty things that you know not. Have you ever had somebody say, nobody ever calls me anymore? I wish they'd call me. I've got things that I could share that would be a blessing. And God said, I have great and mighty things for you, but you have not because you ask not. Again and again, God said in the Bible, because you ask not, you have not. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. And then in John chapter 15 and verse 7 is one of the great promises in the Bible. He said, if you will abide in me and my word abides in you, you can ask what you want and I'm going to give it to you. See, God's saying, I've got wonderful things lined up for you, but you're not going to get them because you don't ask. My boys, when they were small, would come to me and say, Dad, do you have a quarter? And I said, yes, I do. And then I paused. Dad, do you have a quarter? I said, yes, I have one. And a third time, Dad, you have a quarter? I said, sure I do. Finally, they'd say, Dad, can I have a quarter? See, the Bible said, you have not because you don't ask. The Bible tells us again and again, ask, ask, ask. You said prayer is not an Aladdin lamp that you rub and get it. Prayer is not a rabbit's foot. Prayer is a formula that always works. So God says, if you will abide in me and my word abides in you, you can ask what you want. Now let's suppose that you meet the conditions for answer prayer. You've abided in Him, and He has abided in you. You're in the Word, and the Word's within you. God is in you, and you are in God. Now that you've met the conditions, you can ask what you want. But here's the great thing about it. It opens up another way that you can pray. So you got multiple choices, two choices. And the second choice, now that you've met the conditions, you've abided in Him, His words abide in you, you can ask what you want, or you have a second choice. You can ask what He wants for your life. And the scripture for that is the prayer that Jesus prayed in the garden. God, not my will, but thy will be done. Did you know I hardly ever pray and ask God for things for myself? Now, there's nothing wrong with it. We're commanded to ask and ask and ask. But you know why I don't pray that way? Because I'm afraid that if I ask God for something, that God has something bigger and better than what I would ask for. Because His will for your life and His desire for your life is greater than your desire. God has things for you that are better than you would even ask Him for. And so when you pray, here's my challenge for you today. Ask. Ask big. Oh, I'm not saying don't ask. Ask big. But the problem is we don't ask big enough. At the end of your asking, why don't you say, but God, if you've got something bigger and better, I want that, God. Surprise me, Lord. I want you to have a good day. I want you to believe God for great things. Ask big. But at the end of it, say, God, if you've got something bigger and better, thy will be done. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.